Hello, folks. Welcome to Cousins Reality TV. My name's Josh.
I'm Beth.
And here we are. We are talking week 2, Sunday's episode of Big Brother 27. So we've got a lot to touch on for the Sunday's episode. I have a list of things, but Beth, do you have a list of things? Would you like to start us off?
I do have a list of things. Sure. So I guess the first thing that I have on my list is I almost want to change my least favorite house guest, which it's so hard because they're both so darn unlikable. But Kelly, Kelly's making such a big deal, crying, acting like she did something so amazing by pulling herself off the block. And it's like, you never even had to be on the block in the first place.
Yep.
Why are you acting like you're this super gamer, this amazing sneaky? She's giving herself so much credit. She's getting such a big head, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Kelly is awful, and she's a terrible player, and she would be the only one who thinks she's good at Big Brother.
100%. I completely agree. She's annoying me so much.
It's so gross.
She's an awful player. Awful player.
Terrible.
Like, I know I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but when she got the power, she was there like, Jimmy, help me. I have the power. Can you show me where the thing is? Oh my God. You're supposed to keep it a secret, first of all. And he's on the opposite side.
Exactly. And it's so interesting too. So it looks like we've got, so the guys plus Kelly.
Yep.
And then we've got the girls plus Jimmy.
Yes.
And it's just, but like what you said, I don't understand why she was telling him, letting him know she got the power, why she was, again, offering basically to go up on the block, and I can just take myself off. I cannot wait to see her go home, and I hope that she is completely shocked on the time that it happens.
She's gonna be crying.
She has no clue. But I mean, it's just, I feel like people like her and Jimmy both just need such a reality check that,
yep, I agree.
You're not the only people in this game. You're not who you think you are. You're not running the house. You're not some big, bad Big Brother player. You're honestly embarrassing, and people don't like you.
Yeah. I completely agree. She annoyed me so much. She was a terrible game player. And speaking of terrible gameplay, if I can move on,
Yes.
As much as I love Keanu, he is just as bad at this game. He is just as bad as this game. He was doing...
Keanu... Yeah, go ahead.
He was doing terrible counting the votes. Like, I don't know how he could not put 2 and 2 together who voted. Then he put it on Will. I'm like, Will is not the one who did it. And now you're making him look like the bad guy. And then he was the one telling people about his power that he won. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. He's just not meant to play Big Brother. I really like him, but he's not meant to be in this house.
No, he's completely shot himself in the foot at this point a couple of different times. And it's like, yeah, as likable as he is personally, his gameplay is terrible. And I like too how Adrian even was calling him out on that, once he was going around talking about Will, and he's like, this is so messy. Why are you doing this? You don't even know for a fact it's him. And that's the thing too. Like, again, I can't remember or not if he was saying he was a big fan of the show, but you have to know in Big Brother, you can never fully, completely trust anyone.
I know.
So the fact that he was so sure that it was Will, that alone was just a huge mistake, because how do you know that? I mean, he could have been talking when he was talking in the room with I think it was Zach and who else? I don't remember who it was. But it's like, you're talking to them, but how do you know it wasn't one of them? You don't know that. But it was just, I don't know. And I don't like that Kelly either. Sorry, but going back to Kelly, because my brain's all over the place. But going back to Kelly, I don't like that she is such, like, not a girl's girl at all. Like, that's fine if you fit in more with guys or whatever, but it's just like, I don't like that she's just basically like, I'm with the guys, like, blah. I just don't like that look for her at all either.
No. No, and if by chance, which it's not going to happen, I really don't. I think the girls are going to run this season, but if by chance there's the 5 guys and her, she's going to be the first boot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree too. And one thing I did not put on my list though too, I'm going to add real quick because I don't know if we're quite there yet. But the thing that I wrote you about the other day telling you I wanted to talk about something, which it wasn't really a spoiler, but I'm just writing it down real quick so I don't forget it.
Yeah, we can bring it up at the end.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, yeah. And why is it exactly? I didn't understand why Kelly is so anti-Rachel. What's her problem with
I don't
Rachel?
know.
Just because she's returning?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like that. I don't either, because I feel like she wouldn't even have known who Rachel really was, because there's no way she is a super fan of this game. With the way she's playing it so terribly, there's no way that she is. So I can't imagine that she knows even who Rachel is from before. So she's only has to know her from this house. But I just feel like, why wouldn't you want to be on that side? Or at least not show your cards and kind of just play both sides for a little while. If you don't have to be out there waving your flag on whose team you're on, why would you? So I just think it's a little weird that she's kind of got this vendetta against Rachel, but we don't really know why.
Yeah, I completely agree. It doesn't make any sense. It's just out of nowhere. Like, I think she said, I'm gunning for Rachel or something, or I have to get HOH to target Rachel. I'm like, why?
Yes.
What did Rachel do to you? Rachel, I don't even think you're on Rachel's mind because you're so bad at this game.
Well, exactly. She honestly would be someone kind of decent to drag along for a while, because if you got her at the end, no one would vote for her.
Right. She's a mess.
I mean, she is so bad. I can't wait till she's gone, honestly, either. I would love to see her go. But speaking of her also, before we change subject off of her completely, I didn't totally understand her power.
So she gets to play in a separate competition by herself. And if she wins, she gets an extra veto, is basically what it is.
Okay. But it sounded to me like it was 2 parts, because I thought first she said you get to change the nominations. Then I thought it went to the separate. Did I hear that wrong? Because it sounded like she said something about changing the nominations, and then she said she got to play in a separate competition.
What you heard is right, because that's what I heard too. But I think she was just reading it weird. Or maybe like that was the title of it or something. Like, you get to change the nominations. And then she read into what it actually is. It's basically just an extra veto is what it sounds like. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as Mickey's power.
No, but I don't know why either they're doing all these powers. It's like too much. It's a little bit too much for me, I feel like, as far as powers and stuff go. Like, you're throwing so much into the game, it's hard to keep track of at this point. Like, I don't know if they needed to do 3 additional powers. Zach already has a power. I mean, you've got a house and 4 people have powers, and then you have a separate HOH. I mean, do we really need all that going on? It's a lot.
It is, but I feel like they've been doing that for the past couple of years, though. They throw in like all these powers like at the beginning, early weeks, and then after jury, then it's just normal Big Brother. But what is Zach's power? What power does Zach have?
Zach has, what was it?
I can't remember.
Something where he can take himself off the block, right? He can take himself off the block up until jury at the veto ceremony. Is it? I don't remember. It's something like that, where he can take himself off the block if he's on the block.
How did he get that?
Because he won that first competition where he saved Julie.
Oh, I completely even forgot about that.
Yeah, because they told him he won $10,000, so that's what the house heard. But then they pulled him in the diary room and told him that he also really got this power.
That's stupid.
As well.
That's stupid. I want him gone too.
It's just a lot of different little factors here. So anyway, what's first on your list?
That was basically it was Keanu not being able to count the votes, and it was just made him look even worse. So we covered that. I also put down, I don't know why I wrote this down, but it's true. I put Boys Alliance seem like idiots. I don't know what that was in reference to, but the whole episode, I was just like, these guys are idiots. They're not going to do well.
Well, to watch the women steamroll them would be fantastic television, and including now knowing Kelly's on that side.
Yeah.
Because really the only person that I don't like on the girls' side is Jimmy. I mean, that's it. Everyone else is, fair is fine for me. But I almost wish they would flip Will and Jimmy because I really do like Will.
I like
I
Will
really do
too.
like him. And I was really frustrated at the whole scenario with him and Keanu. And was it Adrian or was it Zach who told him, like, let it go, don't go confront Keanu about it? Because I almost wish they hadn't said that, because you could see the disappointment on Will's face that he couldn't have that conversation with with Keanu about it. And it's like, well, why can't he though? And he's right. He's like, I'm a 50-year-old man. Like, I don't want this stuff going back and forth behind my back. I want to go to the source and talk to him about it. So I don't know why they stopped him, because I almost feel like the more he doesn't say anything, people are going to believe that he was that vote, and he really wasn't. So I kind of wish he would have fought for himself more in that way, which I don't know if he has more now since, or maybe they just didn't show it.
Maybe. And I don't remember who spoke with him either. I can't remember. I think it was Adrian, but maybe not. But
I think it was too, but I wish he hadn't. I wish he hadn't stopped him.
Yeah. One thing I want to touch on is when you said the boys versus girls, we wish Jimmy was on the other side. I actually think from that episode, it seems like Riley's actually with the girls now. He doesn't even want to work with the guys. And then one person I still don't want on the girls' side is Ava. Like, after this episode, I want her gone too. She annoyed me so much during that competition, and I actually have that next on my list, is like how she's afraid of the dark and she's just going to sit there. I'm like, just go home. Just go home. If you're not going to play, go home.
Right. Well, you know that I don't like Ava either. So, I mean, you're going to get my full support on anything where you say you don't like Ava. And it's not, like, again, I don't know these people or anything like that, but I just, there's something about her that I don't find her genuine. I think she's there for, notoriety, fame, to get her name out there. I think she's one of those people who's trying so hard to be different that you're not different at all. Like, there's people who are different and quirky. I've said that before. And I just, and it's like, that's just your aura. You want to talk about auras. And it's like, she just gives off fakeness to me. Like, when I watch her, I don't believe that it's genuine. So, I mean, but there's a lot of Ava stans out there. So please don't come at me.
She's just not our cup of tea. She's not our cup of tea.
But people love her. And, maybe she'll prove me wrong at some point. But for now, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not either. Especially what she did with Keanu last week. I was kind of like, okay, I'm done with you now at this point. But what else do you have on your list?
So I was confused on that one. Did Rachel have the original key for that contest?
She
did. Was she gonna win it? So she was that close to winning.
She had the power that Mickey has. She had that in her hand, and then she traded it out for something else, and then Mickey picked it up.
I gotcha. Okay. Because that was hard for me to follow, because I wasn't sure if it was the key then that Jimmy got, or but either way, it would have been so great for her if she had got it. But I think she's okay as far as, because it seems like her and Mickey are okay anyway. So I don't think that's probably going to be a problem. But the next thing that I had on my list then was, I could not stand after the fact when Jimmy's talking to everybody, asking them if they have a power, and saying, well, if you're lying to me, it's a one-way ticket to the block. One-way ticket to Block City.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Like, nobody, I mean, smart gameplay would to be 100% not tell people about your power.
Yeah.
Why would you? I mean, I don't understand. Like, I get it. Like, if you have a ride or die in the house, like, I understand Mickey telling Morgan, like, in those cases, like, that's fine. I don't understand Kelly telling Keanu and then telling Jimmy. That was also really poor gameplay. But, like, just the fact that you're HOH and you think you're going to tell people, you better tell me or you're going on the block. Well, how would he ever find it out anyway to put him on the block if they were lying? But it's just like, he's so dictator.
Yep.
And he thinks he's so much bigger than he is, and I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah, and then I like the fact that Mickey did share that with Morgan, and they're in that alliance with Jimmy, but they didn't tell Jimmy.
Well, because you know what? I think everybody is rubbed
Excuse
wrong by
me.
Jimmy. Bless you. Bless you. I think everybody's rubbed wrong by Jimmy. And yeah, the fact that those two are like, we know that, we can't even trust him, that's a big problem. But it's good to, pretend that you're still in that alliance for,
At least
that
till he's
reason anyway.
done with HOH, absolutely. And I think I saw a post on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but I saw that there was a thumbnail of it saying Morgan and Mickey are through with Jimmy, and I'm like, oh, good. I think pretty much everybody's going to be after this week. Which
I think so too.
I don't know the spoilers, but I'm sure he's going to be gone next week if he doesn't win a competition. So.
Well, and the good thing is he doesn't have any special powers that we know of yet that he can save himself. But that's actually kind of leading into the thing that I was going to talk to you about was, again, it's not really a spoiler, but what I've seen from the live feed information that I've looked at online is that people he's saying and telling people that, well, I've really set it up good for next week. And for the nominations next week will be so easy and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, he really thinks he's running the house so much that he thinks he's basically going to be able to say who's on the block next week, who's on the block the week after that. And he's like, this is such a good week because I've really made it easy for the next person to put so and so and so. I don't remember who. But it's just like, oh my gosh, not only do you think you're, head honcho this week, but you already think that you're in charge of everyone else's HOHs. It's so weird.
Yep. Wow. He is something else. I can't wait for him to go either. He needs to go.
And then my other thing that I had on my list too, speaking of is I love Mickey and Morgan's relationship, and I would love to see them go really far together in it. And so actually, they have moved up into, top tier house guests for me. So we really have to repick a lot of that original stuff because so much has changed even from the first episode, and it wasn't even 2 weeks ago, on who we like, who we don't like.
I am so glad you said that because I love Mickey and Morgan too.
Yes, Eminem.
Yes,
that's what I'm calling them. I don't know if that's
Eminem. I love it. Oh my god, I wish they would come up with that. If that would be amazing. And one thing I found out was Ashley was on the brink of switching her vote to Amy, and Mickey was the one that had to go in and be like, no, stick with Zay. So Mickey and Morgan are really playing the game hard, but it's kind of like in the shadows a little bit because they're not in all the drama.
Well, and that's what I like about them too. When they talk in the diary room, both of them, I mean, they are really head in it, and I like how Mickey too is always like, I'm playing this game for myself. Because I think a lot of times you don't see that anymore. Thinking about Izzy, and she was, I'll hand you my game, Suri. I will leave the game for you. Or I talked about it the last season with MJ. She was gift wrapping the whole game to Chelsea in a bow, and it's just I like people who are like, no, I'm here for myself. I'm here for my family. I want to play this game. I want to win. And so I like that for both of them because you really see that. So I really think they have some really good women in the cast this year. And you don't always see that. So I'm very excited about that.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm really hoping it's just a boys versus girls the rest of the season until the men are gone. I think that would be great. Just something so different.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The only guy that I really like in there right now, I like Will. And actually, Riley has kind of gotten a little bit higher on my list just because I saw that he wasn't, going all bros out with everybody because that's just, I feel like how it always is.
Yeah.
So I like that he was like, I'm going with the girls. And it's like, heck yeah. So I kind of liked that about him too. So, but I would like to see Zach go. I want to see Jimmy go. I want to see,
Ava.
Keanu. Ava has to go. Keanu
Keanu.
has to go. I'm
I like
sorry.
Keanu, but he needs to go. He's not good at this
To go.
game, and it's just a
Uh,
travesty to watch.
it is, and obviously Kelly needs to
Yeah.
go.
One thing I want to mention before we finish up here, because getting to be that time, is that the fact that Jimmy screamed after he won the HOH, but after he put the key in the thing in the dark room, and he screamed, "I want HOH" or something. I'm just like, dude, just go home. That was, oh God.
Well, let's also just touch on real quick his speech when he nominated Keanu.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what was that? What was that?
I know. Oh my God, dude. Anyway, sorry you Jimmy stands and Ava stands. We don't like either one of them. Or Kelly stands. I don't know if there's any out there, but
I don't believe there are. I don't believe there are. I believe that there would be. I mean, I've seen the Ava stands. I believe that there are people who would be there for Jimmy. And it's kind of interesting because some of the things that he says is kind of reminiscent of like how Rachel would be so dramatic and stuff, and her, so it's like I guess they would put someone in the house like that, thinking that if she would be that way, it would be kind of like matched. But Rachel's not like that anymore, really,
she's
at
very
all this
calm.
season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For now.
So for now, that's true. Somebody might bring that out in her. Although I didn't love what she was wearing to the round table. Oh my God.
I know. She just had like her boobs out. She had a bra on, and I'm like,
what was she
okay.
wearing?
Last week you had literally trader outfit. This time you had just walk on the yeah. But hey, whatever. She's the queen.
I mean, she is. I love her regardless. But yeah, I'm really proud of her this season. She's just really been really good, and I like grown up Rachel. I like Mama Rachel on here. She's
I wonder
she's wise.
If they purposely, because they knew they were going to bring Rachel onto the season, I wonder if they purposely made sure that they were going to have strong women this year. Obviously, there's a couple duds, but overall, they're very smart, intelligent women. And I think like they wanted to help Rachel out. So let's make sure we've got strong women that can actually work together and see if we can make this work.
And that came to play. And maybe too, in their mind, they were also thinking it would be great if we, like you said, get them to work together, because they really want to finally see a women's alliance that sticks together. Because every year there's a women's alliance and it never sticks. So maybe that was kind of the point. Yeah, that's a great thought, Josh. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, because we want to see it. We want to see it for sure.
We do. We deserve it. We deserve something different for once. Not the same old crap.
Good TV, good competitive, like a real competition where you see, people like just like different than the pretty boy with the muscles steamrolling. And, it's like the last season when it was Jag and Matt, that got so tired and so old, because it was like those two just going back and forth, winning over and over again. And it's like, yeah, of course the guys are gonna. So I'm here for a strong women's alliance or a strong women's season. And I know last year, again, if you watched last year, which you didn't, there was 2 women that made it to the end together, but MJ could have took it, and like I said, she handed it to Chelsea. Not that Chelsea wasn't deserving, because she won a lot too, but basically at the end of the situation, she could have booted Chelsea and took, I can't remember what his name was because he didn't win anything. But if she would have took him, she would have won for sure. But instead, she won the final competition and took Chelsea and took that risk, knowing that Chelsea would have had the majority of the votes. I believe that she had to have known that from the jury. So she really did kind of hand it to her, I think. But I want to see somebody who's there to win. No matter who your friendships are, at the end of the day, if you're trying to win that money for your family, may the best person win, right? And not just be like, well, I have to take her because I promised her I would. I don't want to see that. I want to see you cut them off and get that money.
That's right. And hopefully we will see that in the upcoming episodes. I am excited to watch Wednesday and Thursday to see what happens. Any other thoughts for after Sunday's episode?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Cousins Reality TV. Until next time, have a good day. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.